Non-human siddhas in the Puranas. Who were they? Ancient beings beyond birth and death, masters of sound, light, and formless perception. Opening transmission. There are stories so old they slip between the cracks of memory and myth. Stories not of human sages, but of beings older than time, beings who never took birth in womb or form, yet left luminous footprints on the path of truth. These are the non-human siddhas, cosmic seers, radiant immortals, creatures of light, sound, and formless fire, described in the whispering verses of the Puranas. Not gods, not demons, but something far stranger. In today's sacred transmission, we unveil the hidden truths of these beings. Who were they? What powers did they hold? And why are their stories still relevant for those walking the path of awakening? Let us walk slowly, not with answers, but with a deeper stillness, as we meet those whose silence was their teaching. 1. What are non-human siddhas? In the yogic and scriptural traditions, siddhas are beings who have attained perfection, not through learning, but through realization. But not all siddhas are born from human striving. Some are not of human origin at all. These non-human siddhas are not myths or metaphors. They are spoken of in sacred texts, described not only by their powers, but by the frequency of their presence. They are said to dwell in higher realms, in subtle worlds beyond ordinary sight, but can descend into physical form at will. They do not age, do not eat, do not require bodies, and yet they influence the lives of rishis, yogis, and the unfolding of Dharma on earth. They are beings of transmission, holding in their vibration the codes of awakening. They are not here to be worshipped. They are not here to rule. They appear when truth begins to fade, and direct perception must be restored. 2. Where are they described? The Puranas, those vast mythic libraries of ancient India, mention these beings in scattered stanzas, but never name them plainly. They appear as shining ones on mountaintops, as whisperers in the wind, as sudden guides to wandering sages. In the Skanda Purana, we find references to beings who are neither gods nor mortals, but who live beyond karma's grasp, yet serve the unfolding of light. In the Shiva Purana, certain siddhas are described as arising directly from Ishvara's thought, not born, not created, but revealed. In the Linga Purana, some are said to have formed from the residue of the cosmic sacrifice when existence was offered into the void. They do not follow human life cycles. They do not follow human laws. They exist as reminders that there is life beyond perception and intelligence beyond thought. 3. The nature of their siddhis. These beings hold abilities not gained by discipline, but innate to their being. Where a human yogi gains a siddhi through tapas, these siddhas radiate it naturally. Among the powers they are said to hold, instant manifestation, the ability to make thought become form, invisibility, not by hiding, but by merging with the subtle field, travel without movement, appearing in multiple locations simultaneously, transmission through silence, conveying full teachings without words, restoration of memory, awakening forgotten truths in the heart of the listener. But their greatest power is presence, a presence so still it dissolves the mind by proximity alone. To meet one is not an encounter, it is a mirror that melts all masks. 4. Examples of non-human siddhas. While many remain unnamed, the scriptures offer glimpses of several archetypal beings. 1. Sanat Kumar, the ever-youthful sage, born not of flesh, but of wisdom. He appears in many texts, often as a silent guide to those nearing enlightenment. 2. Dakshinamurti, the south-facing silence, a form not quite Shiva, not quite form. He teaches without speech. His gaze alone is initiation. 3. The 4 Kumaras, born from Brahma's breath, they refuse to enter creation and instead wander the cosmos, guarding the pure essence of truth. 4. The siddhas of the Himalayas, unseen but often felt by yogis in deep retreat. Some say they appear as animals, winds, or strangers with ageless eyes. These are not metaphors. These are conscious, radiant intelligences woven into the fabric of reality itself. 5. Their role in the evolution of consciousness. Why do these beings matter? Because they represent what is possible beyond belief. They are not here to impress us. They are here to remind us that the human form is not the limit, that consciousness can exist without body, and that silence itself can speak louder than thought. When a seeker becomes silent enough, still enough, open enough, they may encounter one of these siddhas, not in a vision, but in a sudden knowing, a luminous stillness that rearranges their inner world. They are not teachers of techniques. They are the frequency of freedom. And just as stars shine without asking to be seen, these siddhas shine from behind the veil, waiting not for seekers, but for those who have become seeing itself. 6. Are they still with us today? Yes, but not in temples or cities. They dwell in sacred thresholds. The moment between breath and breath, the pause between thought and silence, the line where dream meets waking. Some yogis have encountered them on mountaintops, in desert caves, or in the moment before death. Others report a sudden flood of insight during deep meditation, a sense that someone or something was there. Their presence is not a visitation. It is a recognition of what we always were before we became someone. They are not visitors. They are ancient aspects of awareness reflected into form only long enough to help us return to formlessness. 7. Why this teaching matters now. In a time of artificial light and noise, the wisdom of the non-human siddhas is more urgent than ever, because they are not trying to fix the world. They are trying to free the one who is trapped inside it. Because they do not speak in slogans, they speak in silence. Because they do not call themselves awakened. They are awakeness itself, and their gift is not philosophy but direct perception. The Puranas left these stories scattered for a reason, so that only those ready to walk beyond the known would see their signs. They are keys made of silence, hidden in the syllables of myth. And today, if you are very quiet, you might hear one call to you, not with words, but with the sound beneath thought. A sound that says, you were never only human. Mystical reflection. Close your eyes. Feel the vast sky behind the sky. Ask not for signs or visions. Ask only to become still enough for a presence to arise that does not have a name. This is how the siddhas appear, not as others, but as the part of you that never entered time. Let this remembrance unfold in you now. Next transmission. In the next sacred teaching, we enter the mystical depths of the alchemical symbolism in the Rudra Yamal Tantra, a journey into tantric transformation, subtle fire, and divine dissolution.